The Maori, the indigenous people of New Zealand, are a culture steeped in mystery and rich with ancient traditions. Their legendary voyages across uncharted oceans, unique customs and deep connection to the land and ancestors create a captivating account of history and legacy. Join us on an enthralling journey into the world of the Maori to uncover the stories, symbols and secrets that have shaped this resilient and spirited community. Here are 15 fascinating facts about the Maori. Fact number 1. The Maori embarked on epic and treacherous journeys from distant lands. The Maori share ancestral ties with the indigenous peoples of Taiwan, the original homeland of the Austronesian-speaking peoples, as evidenced by linguistic and cultural similarities. Around 3000 BCE, their ancestors began a remarkable migration from Taiwan to eastern Polynesia. By the 13th century AD, the Maori undertook another daring journey from eastern Polynesia to New Zealand, showcasing exceptional navigation across vast ocean distances. This migration marked the last major phase of human settlement in uninhabited lands. Upon arriving in New Zealand, the Maori settled across the islands, adapting to diverse environments from the subtropical north to the temperate south. They developed distinct tribal groups, known as iwi, each with its own territories and customs. Their culture flourished, deeply influenced by their Polynesian roots and the unique environment of New Zealand, resulting in a profound and enduring cultural legacy. Fact number 2. Maori canoes, or Waka, were vital for their daring ocean voyages and daily life. Waka, the traditional Maori canoes, were central to the Maori way of life and their migration to New Zealand. These canoes were not only a means of transportation, but also held significant cultural and spiritual importance. Waka were constructed from large tree trunks, meticulously hollowed out and carved, often decorated with intricate designs symbolizing various aspects of Maori mythology and lineage. The craftsmanship involved in building a waka was highly revered, reflecting the skill and knowledge passed down through generations. The use of waka extended beyond migration. They were essential for daily life, including fishing, trade, and warfare. Different types of waka were designed for specific purposes, from the smaller, more agile fishing canoes to the larger, sturdier war canoes capable of carrying many warriors. The waka also played a crucial role in establishing and maintaining connections between different iwi, facilitating trade, communication, and alliances. This seafaring heritage remains a proud part of Maori identity and tradition. Fact number 3. Reo Māori has become a cornerstone of Maori identity and cultural revival. Reo Māori, the Maori language, is an Eastern Polynesian language and one of New Zealand's official languages. It is a vital component of Maori culture and identity, encompassing not just communication, but also the transmission of history, traditions, and values. The language faced significant decline during the 19th and 20th centuries due to colonization and assimilation policies, which prioritized English. However, concerted efforts in recent decades have led to a revival of Reo Māori, with initiatives in education, media, and everyday use. The resurgence of Reo Māori has been bolstered by the establishment of Kohanga Reo language nests for preschool children and Kura Kaupapa Māori language immersion schools. These educational initiatives aim to foster fluency from a young age. Additionally, the use of Reo Māori in media, such as television and radio, and its inclusion in official government and public services, has helped normalize the language. This revival is a testament to the resilience and determination of the Maori people to preserve their linguistic heritage. Fact number 4. Whakapapa intricately connects Maori people to their ancestors and sacred lands. Whakapapa, or genealogy, is a fundamental aspect of Maori identity, connecting individuals to their ancestors, land, and the wider community. It is an intricate system of familial and tribal lineage that defines social relationships and responsibilities. Whakapapa is recited in a rhythmic and poetic manner, often during formal occasions and rituals, serving as a living record of ancestry and history. This practice ensures the continuity of knowledge and the honoring of one's heritage. Understanding and respecting Whakapapa is crucial for the Maori as it influences various aspects of life, including land ownership, leadership, and social status. It provides a sense of belonging and continuity, linking past, present, and future generations. The importance of Whakapapa is reflected in many cultural practices and protocols where knowing one's genealogy is essential. This deep-rooted connection to ancestry helps maintain the cultural integrity and unity of Maori communities. Fact number 5. The Marae is the dynamic cultural and spiritual heart of Maori community life. A marae is a communal or sacred place that serves social, cultural, and spiritual purposes within Maori communities. It is the heart of Maori social life, consisting of a complex of buildings and open spaces, with the Wharenui, meeting house, being the focal point. The Wharenui is richly decorated with carvings and woven panels, representing the ancestors and tribal history. Marae are where important events such as meetings, celebrations, and funerals take place, fostering a sense of community and continuity. The protocols and customs observed at a marae are central to Maori cultural practices. These include the pōwhiri, a formal welcome ceremony, singing, and the hongi, a traditional greeting. The marae serves as a place for the transmission of knowledge, traditions, and values from one generation to the next. It is also a venue for decision-making and conflict resolution, reinforcing the social cohesion and identity of the Maori people. Fact number 6. Maori carvings and weaving convey captivating stories about their ancestors. Maori culture is renowned for its intricate wood carvings and weaving, which are more than mere artistic expressions. They are a means of storytelling and preserving history. Wood carving, or wakairo, is a highly skilled craft that adorns marae, canoes, and everyday objects. These carvings often depict ancestors, mythological figures, and significant events, serving as a visual record of the past. The carvers, or tohunga whakairo, hold esteemed positions within Maori society, as their work requires not only technical skill, but also a deep understanding of cultural heritage. Weaving, or raranga, is another vital art form in Maori culture, primarily carried out by women. It involves creating intricate patterns using natural materials like flax. The products range from practical items, such as baskets and mats, to ceremonial cloaks known as korowai. Each piece is imbued with cultural significance, often incorporating traditional patterns that tell stories of the weaver's ancestry and tribal affiliations. These art forms continue to thrive today, celebrated for their beauty and cultural importance. Fact number 7. Kaitiakitanga embodies the Maori's commitment to environmental stewardship. Kaitiakitanga is the Maori concept of guardianship and stewardship, reflecting the deep connection Maori have with the natural world. This principle emphasizes the responsibility to protect and sustain the environment, ensuring its health and vitality for future generations. It encompasses not only the land, but also the waters, flora, and fauna, recognizing the interdependence of all living things. Kaitiakitanga is deeply rooted in Maori spirituality and cosmology, where natural elements are seen as ancestors and sacred entities. Practicing Kaitiakitanga involves sustainable management of natural resources, traditional ecological knowledge, and respect for the environment. This approach is evident in various Maori land and marine conservation initiatives, where ancestral knowledge is combined with modern practices to preserve ecosystems. Kaitiakitanga also extends to social and cultural responsibilities, promoting the well-being of the community and the transmission of values and traditions. This holistic perspective on guardianship underscores the Maori commitment to preserving their cultural and natural heritage. Fact number 8. Maori mythology brims with enchanting tales like Maui, fishing up the North Island. Maori mythology is rich with legends and myths that are integral to the culture and worldview of the Maori people. These stories often feature gods, demigods, and legendary ancestors, providing explanations for natural phenomena and human behavior. One of the most well-known legends is that of Maui, a demigod celebrated for his cleverness and bravery. According to the myth, Maui fished up the North Island of New Zealand using a magical fish hook, and his exploits continue to be a source of inspiration and cultural identity. Another significant myth is the story of Rangi and Papa, the Sky Father and Earth Mother, whose separation by their children brought light into the world. These creation myths convey important cultural values and serve as a means of teaching moral lessons and social norms. They are passed down through generations via oral tradition, ensuring the preservation of cultural knowledge and identity. The retelling of these myths in various forms, including carvings, performances, and literature, keeps the mythology alive and relevant in contemporary Maori society. Fact number 9. Moko tattoos symbolically etch personal and ancestral stories into the skin. Moko, the traditional Maori tattooing practice, is a deeply symbolic art form that represents an individual's identity, genealogy, and social status. Unlike typical tattoos, Moko involves carving the skin with chisels, creating permanent grooves that give the tattoos a unique texture. These markings are highly personalized, reflecting the wearer's ancestry, achievements, and personal history. The process of receiving a Moko is considered a rite of passage, marking significant milestones in a person's life. The designs of Moko are intricate and meaningful, with each element telling a story. For men, facial Moko often denote rank, social standing, and warrior status, while women typically wear Moko on their lips and chins, signifying their lineage and role within the community. Moko is experiencing a resurgence as Maori people reclaim their cultural heritage. This revival not only preserves the traditional art form, but also reinforces the connection to ancestral roots and cultural identity. Fact number 10. Kapa Haka performances mesmerize with traditional songs, dances, and storytelling. Kapa Haka is a vibrant and dynamic aspect of Maori culture, encompassing traditional performing arts that include singing, dancing, and chanting. These performances are a powerful expression of Maori identity, storytelling, and communal values. Kapa Haka groups or teams often perform at cultural festivals, competitions, and significant events, showcasing their skills and cultural heritage. The performances are characterized by their intensity, precision, and the emotional connection between the performers and their audience. Each Kapa Haka performance typically includes a range of traditional items such as waiata, songs, haka, war dances, poi, choreographed movements with balls attached to flax strings, and waikorero, oratory. These elements combine to tell stories, honor ancestors, and convey important messages. The art of Kapa Haka is passed down through generations, with each group contributing to the evolution and preservation of the tradition. This living art form continues to play a crucial role in maintaining Maori culture and unity. Fact number 11. The Haka is a riveting Maori war dance, famous for its intensity and cultural importance. The Haka is a traditional Maori war dance, now widely recognized and performed beyond its original martial context. It involves vigorous movements, rhythmic chanting, and fierce facial expressions, creating a powerful display of strength and unity. Historically, the Haka was performed by warriors before battle to intimidate opponents and to psych themselves up for the conflict ahead. It also served as a form of welcome or a way to celebrate significant achievements and events. Today, the Haka is perhaps most famously associated with New Zealand's national rugby team, the All Blacks, who perform it before their matches. This practice has brought the Haka international recognition, showcasing its cultural significance and emotional impact. The Haka remains an important part of Maori ceremonies and celebrations, from weddings to funerals, where it is used to honor individuals and express collective emotions. This enduring tradition continues to be a respected expression of Maori heritage. Fact number 12. A pōwhiri is a welcoming ceremony that forges strong social bonds and honors heritage. A pōwhiri is a traditional Maori welcoming ceremony that plays a key role in expressing hospitality, respect, and cultural identity. The ceremony is performed on a marae, involving a series of steps that include speeches, singing, and the hongi, a traditional greeting where two people press their noses together. The pōwhiri begins with the wero, a challenge laid down by warriors to determine the visitor's intentions. Once the visitors are deemed friendly, they are welcomed with a karanga, a call performed by women. Following the initial welcome, speeches known as waikorero are made by both hosts and visitors, accompanied by waiata, songs, to support the speeches. The ceremony concludes with the hongi, symbolizing the mingling of breath and the establishment of a connection between the groups. The pōwhiri not only serves as a formal welcome, but also as a way to reinforce social bonds, acknowledge ancestry, and ensure the continuity of Maori traditions. It is a profound and integral aspect of Maori culture and hospitality. Fact number 13. Rongoā Māori is a holistic healing tradition that relies on native plants and spirituality. Rongoā Māori is the traditional healing system of the Maori people, combining the use of native plants, spiritual practices, and holistic approaches to health. This ancient knowledge has been passed down through generations, incorporating a deep understanding of the medicinal properties of plants and the importance of balance and harmony in health. Rongoā practitioners, known as tohunga, are highly respected for their expertise in diagnosing and treating ailments using natural remedies and spiritual guidance. The practice of Rongoā Māori involves more than just physical treatment. It encompasses the spiritual and emotional well-being of individuals. Healing sessions may include karakia, prayers, mirimiri, massage, and the use of herbal remedies derived from native flora. This holistic approach recognizes the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit, emphasizing the importance of maintaining harmony within oneself and with the environment. Rongoā Māori continues to be an essential aspect of Maori health practices. Fact number 14. The 1840 Treaty of Waitangi is a pivotal document shaping Maori rights. The Treaty of Waitangi, signed in 1840 between Maori chiefs and the British Crown, is considered New Zealand's founding document. It aimed to establish a legal framework for British settlement, while protecting Maori rights to their land and providing them with British citizenship. However, the differing interpretations of the treaty's provisions led to significant disputes and conflicts over land ownership and sovereignty. The English version emphasized British governance, while the Maori version promised protection and authority over their lands and culture. In the years following the treaty, many Maori lands were unjustly confiscated, leading to widespread grievances and calls for justice. The treaty has remained a central point of reference in New Zealand's legal and political landscape, particularly concerning Maori rights and land claims. The Waitangi Tribunal, established in 1975, investigates these claims and works towards redress and reconciliation. The Treaty of Waitangi continues to be a vital document for understanding and addressing the historical and contemporary issues faced by the Maori people. Fact number 15. Tangihanga unites Maori communities in mourning and celebration. The Tangihanga is the Maori funeral rite, a deeply significant and extended process involving the community in mourning and celebrating the life of the deceased. The Tangihanga typically takes place on a marae, where the body of the deceased lies in state. This period allows family, friends, and the wider community to come together, share memories, and support one another through their grief. The ceremony includes speeches, singing, and the recitation of Whakapapa, connecting the deceased to their ancestors and heritage. Throughout the Tangihanga, various customs and rituals are observed to honor the deceased and provide comfort to the bereaved. These may include the preparation of special foods, the presentation of gifts, and the performance of Haka. The communal nature of the Tangihanga reinforces social bonds and ensures that the grieving process is a shared experience. After the burial, a period of mourning continues, often followed by a final gathering to mark the end of the formal grieving period. The Tangihanga is a profound expression of Maori values, emphasizing respect for the deceased, community solidarity, and the continuity of life. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more fascinating untold history videos.